Hello, this is Ugh! I'm not gonna restart that. Hello, this is PlanetWalls. It's sorry, I just had a mucus encroach in my tonsils. I don't know what I'm saying. Becky is here too.
I am.
Which character should I be, Becky?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just tired.
Okay.
I'm always tired.
No feelings. We'll just pick this brown Indiana Jones-ish one.
This week it's just tiredness.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're gonna add a lot to this daily challenge video. What's the? Oh fuck! God, it's snaked. What's the date today? The 17th?
Yeah, it's 17th.
Nice. That's good. All right.
It's not good.
It's awesome.
No, it's not good.
Okay, so I have something I can talk about that I haven't actually spoken about on the show before.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I have anyway. Basically, the time that Alain Badiou thought that I pissed all over the toilet seat.
Oh, that's actually a good one, yeah.
Yeah, it's not so bad, unless I have talked about it before, but it's pretty elaborate as far as... I can probably spin it out for a couple minutes at least. You know how I spin out stories. Like, they just end up getting sidetracked into like 15 different tangents, kind of like the one we're on right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Do you actually know what I mean?
I do. I'm just drinking coffee and...
Night coffee!
I'm very tired.
Sneaky and mean.
We have this, like, snow warning advisory thing in, right now in Boston, and so our apartment's freezing, and also everything is white outside.
I'll spin a rope on this shit.
It's ridiculous. It's like it was like everything.
It's snowy is what we're trying to say.
It's super snowy. And all I want to do is go to bed. All
you have to do is grade.
And
Splunk.
And I have grading. So much grading. And then I have more due on Friday.
Yeah. So anyway. Let's talk about this.
Alain Badiou.
Alain Badiou is a French contemporary philosopher. He's probably one of the more famous people I've met and spoken with in my life. I don't know. Do you think that's accurate? It doesn't like say much. It's not like famous in the same way Michael Jordan is famous.
It's not one of those things like if you walked into a grocery store, people would know who he was.
No, I agree. But on a different sort of metric. So he's contemporary French philosopher, part of the like post-hermeneutical, I don't know what you call him, like...
Post-hermeneutical?
Yeah, isn't he like post-Heideggerian?
Yeah, I mean he lived after Heidegger. I don't know Heidegger that well.
Oh fuck! Is this dog gonna? He's.
Okay. Well, I don't know Heidegger that well, so I'm not sure.
Okay, but anyway.
But I know he is all about the return to Pauline discourse.
Yeah, universalism, whatever.
Universalism, and the idea that there is the event, capital E, that occurred,
yes.
Which is kind of like, the Christ event, but like not named.
But
as
a little
such.
different.
No, it's not. It's not a little different. It could be the Christ event, but it could be any other event. But the event is something in Badiou's work that is of monumental importance, and like it basically kind of is the incarnation, but it doesn't have to be associated with Jesus, as they call him.
Right. I've heard of that guy.
Yes.
But sorry, I'm not talking very much right now. I'm trying to figure out how to ghost this fucking ball.
Well, I'm trying to tell the story for you because I know every time you talk, you actually end up doing poorly.
Yes.
So,
there was a roundtable discussion featuring Alain Badiou.
Who doesn't speak English really at all.
Yeah, he's not very good at it.
Which is funny because he's like this mathematician too. Who has he has all these obscure drawings.
No! Face the wrong direction!
Are you dead now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you think he would be able to learn English, but
that was
if he wanted to.
Oh.
No, that was bad. And now your daily challenge.
Connor, you destroyed me.
You totally destroyed him.
Connor's getting better and better, and AJ's getting worse and worse.
Connor's not trying to entertain.
Well, we can finish
trying to entertain people
in about 20 minutes. We can finish the story, but for these folks, it'll be instantaneous.
Awesome.
So you ready for 3, 2, 1? Shit! I screenshot instead. 1, 2, 3. We're back with the next daily challenge. What is this? 12, 18? Because it's tomorrow. Yeah, we'll pick the same character. He's obviously lucky. So where were we? We're talking about Alain Badiou and urination? Well, so what happened was essentially that there was a round table discussion in the union. Oh, God, what the fuck? At the union of my undergraduate school, which, Becky, you also attended. And famous French philosopher Alain Badiou, who didn't speak much English, as we said, walked around making French noises with his translator, like, oh, oh, oh. You know what I mean? And so, he, after the roundtable discussion, he wore a pink and chartreuse tracksuit. Looked very Miami Vice. But,
it was definitely
very Scarface.
European.
Yeah. He's an older man. He had to take a piss after this
like
thing.
70.
Yeah. And so they show him to the fancy little bathroom, which doesn't quite have, like, it says, like, men in cursive and women in cursive. And his English is not perfect. I'm sure he wanted to make sure from the translator.
He had almost no English.
He didn't almost have no English. I mean,
he wasn't, by any means,
I wouldn't call him fluent either. I would say he was practiced.
No, he had to have a translator translate every question.
Right. But...
No, I don't agree.
Okay, so his English was poor. Anyway, he needed some help figuring out which was the bathroom, and it so happened that this guy, PlanetWalls...
If you need help figuring out which is the bathroom, then...
You're not good at that language?
You're not fluent. You're not even, like, maybe he's fluent.
Well, I'm taking a piss, basically, in the small union bathroom. It's kind of a classy room.
Yeah.
And I went in there and I lifted up the toilet seat, and there was fucking gross yellow urine all over the whole thing. You know, like, really... Like someone just had a Mountain Dew. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying. The pee was so bright chartreuse, it was all over the seat. And I was like, oh, gross. Did I? Yeah, I think... Okay, good. I just took a huge risk. And I was like, this is fucking disgusting. And then all of a sudden, like, I'm washing my hands and shit. And there's this noise at the door. And it's like someone trying to fucking get in. I'm like washing my hands. I'm like, what? Wonder what this person's after. Well, I hear some muttering and some French noises through the door, and it's fucking Alain Badiou trying to get in the door while I was going to the bathroom, wash my hands and shit. So, like I come out and I'm like, oh, hi, you know, Badiou, thanks for the talk. Yeah, and he smiled at me awkwardly, and then he closed the door, and I'm sure he thought I pissed all over the seat. When it was totally there before I got there. Like, I'm sure he was like, wow, that fucking kid pissed Mountain Dew all over the place.
You know, though, with you guys, it doesn't really matter as much as with women. Because I mean, with women, like, some women are just, like, they squat. You know what I'm saying? And then,
yeah, but you still have to touch the seat, and he's an old guy. He might have to sit down. I don't know.
No, what I'm saying is that for women, they all have to touch the seat. So some women don't.
I had to touch the seat with my hands.
So, okay, it's fine. But, like, no, like, you have to sit your ass down on the toilet seat.
Right.
So if some woman decides she wants to squat, it's miserable for every woman afterward. Because
if someone decides to, like... They're gonna spray some shit everywhere because they can't be bothered.
They're gonna shirk, no, because they're grossed out just by peeing in public. So they're gonna shirk the system and squat. Okay. And then all of a sudden it goes everywhere, and everybody has to squat. It becomes the most disgusting stall.
It's like a self-perpetuating squat fest.
Right.
That's gross.
So if you're
so disgusting and inelegant.
If you're paranoid about it, put some toilet paper down on the fucking seat.
Well,
and then sit down. But, like, don't squat. Squatting's the worst.
Here's the thing. After that point, I've done this at every little men's room I've been to, on and off. I don't do it every time. But I always wipe up other men's piss. Especially if it's bright yellow.
I don't do that.
And afterwards, I wash my hands so thoroughly.
I don't do that. Yeah, I just don't.
I do. Oops. Let's go back up here and get this. I wash off other man's urine from toilets. All the time. It's basically my job at this point. That's why they pay me.
I don't...
I actually don't think that's why they pay me, though. Sometimes I'm unclear on what the reason is for that, too. Yeah. So, this was all to say that Badiou can go fuck himself because what's up here? Is there...
Well, you were just paranoid. You came out of the bathroom, you looked at me with these wide eyes, and you just go, Elaine Badiou thought I peed on the seat.
He did.
He goes,
I'm sure he did. Do you think he thought, oh, that was probably a different person before that young gent?
I just started laughing, and it's like, we gotta go now.
We did. Because Badiou thought I'd pissed all over.
Then we left and went to dinner. It was fun.
I probably told this story a bunch of times. This mattered when I played poker with grad students. They all liked the story.
It's pretty good. Didn't you have the same experience with Slava Zizek?
No, he just looked like he had been doing cocaine in the bathroom. That sucks. I killed the dog on a...
He was rubbing his nose an awful lot.
An awful lot.
And he was talking very fast.
Very fast.
But he's awesome. Like, I think...
oh, fuck. It's over.
Oh...
That was horrible.
That was not good. Now the coffee that I made is just useless.
It can't even figure out a leaderboard because I'm probably the first one to have died.
Probably.
It's actually not giving me a leaderboards position, guys.
Your friends are not yet ranked. Wow.
What the fuck is this? Is this like the internet dead? We'll have to play a regular one. This was fucking atrocious. I'm embarrassed to even put this up. If it weren't for the urine story. I'm gonna try and do a no gold run. I haven't done that in a while. I'm kind of feeling good about it.
Alright.
You know.
Yeah.
As one would.
I don't think it's gonna succeed very well.
I think it's gonna be the best no gold run anyone's ever done.
I'm kind of glad it won't succeed because...
You gotta get back to grading? Oh.
I've been doing it intermittently. So you guys wouldn't know because this is just one video. But I'm going back and forth and like, as much as I can tolerate...
Oh, that was cool.
Reading their handwriting and sloppy theses.
Yeah, blue books, man.
Those my god, blue books. What was it on top of Reddit today? On top of Reddit was a girl talking about how her
boyfriend was
I'm gonna write down every comment my boyfriend mutters as he's grading his students' exams.
Truth be told, they weren't that interesting of comments.
It was funny insofar as you're like a part of it.
You were doing exactly the same thing at the same time.
Yeah, you were reading it to me as I was doing.
That was the cool part.
As I was grading.
The comments themselves were pretty mediocre.
They're mediocre comments, but at the same time, it's funny insofar as you.
Yeah, I'm just saying that insofar doesn't go very far.
Insofar as you understand what it is to be him.
Yeah.
Like, they're slightly funnier.
Slightly, maybe. I'll give you that.
A lot of it was just like, red ink? Come on, who do you think you are? Do you think you're really, like, special? You think that you're gonna fool me, like, by writing in red ink?
Yeah,
and one of them was like, huh, wow, they did this proof in only 5 steps. That's pretty good. That's
15 points.
What was another one?
I don't know. They're all stupid.
I don't know. He was just like going on and on about. I'm sorry. Just like he was just like, I can't believe this fucker. Why does this fucker? I knew he was gonna miss this. I knew. How many times did I tell him not to miss this? And the best part, it went back and forth between. How many times did I tell them not to? I mean, I know for a fact that I reiterated this. If my students are bad, they can't blame me because I actually told them this over and over and over again.
You mean?
Like, there was, like, so much he was trying to exonerate himself when his students, like, miss things.
It's funny, I do feel bad whenever my students fuck something up on a blue book exam. I'm like, oh, did I do that wrong?
What was the other comment? He was just like, oh, God, just 3 more pages and then I'll take a break. I'm so glad I didn't wait until the last day. I'm doing that tonight, which is like exactly why I was like
almost got that gold. Whoa.
Laughing at this guy's comments because oh my god, is it miserable.
It definitely can make your brain numb.
Like I think it's the writing.
Reading handwriting is fucking terrible.
Oh my god. Your head you just want to like it's just
commit some kind of mass murder.
And I'm sure all of you have had to do them. It's not fun for you. It's not fun for us. It's not like you have a thesis. It's not like we can really objectively grade it. So basically what I'm trying to tell you is no one's objectively grading your blue book exams.
Yeah, there's no way to do it. We're just pretty much trying to get to the
We're just flying by the seat of our pants and we're sleep deprived and
there are actually no criteria.
We're like,
capably determine what your grades should be.
Especially if you have choice between essay questions. Then all of a sudden there's no
you're just like,
standard.
whatever. And it seems stupid to me, but whatever.
One essay
seems to like it.
Yeah, one essay question's really hard. Another one's like super easy.
Yeah.
And like, how are you going to compare those, really?
You just don't.
And you're just like... I mean, I don't want to give you the impression. Well, yeah, actually I do. Because
What?
Because it just...
There's no integrity to this?
Our head TF actually even just goes, last year, it was just like, shouldn't we standardize things? Because last year it just felt like we were just being arbitrary. At the end, we were just like, whatever.
That's what you want to hear.
Yeah, and I was just like, great. And what ended up happening, nobody could agree on a standardized system. This time, I'm pretty sure.
Good.
So it's just like, I've got a system.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah, the trick is to come up with a system as quickly as possible, and then keep implementing it, making subtle corrections when necessary. Ah!
And then
Oh,
you're like
God.
worried about the other exams where you didn't have those subtle corrections, and then not caring anymore, and only worrying about it if the student's grade is at stake, and you think you miscalculated.
That's one of the interesting things.
so
you go through and you're
you
like, I
push-
can't tell whether to give this an A or an A minus. And then you do the math, you figure out it doesn't matter for their final grade, and they get the same final grade either way.
Or if
and
they-
so you just say, oh, fuck it, who cares?
Or if they
Not
do-
me!
or if
Not
they-
them!
Or if the grade seems really weird, and you're like, well, this student totally isn't that type of student. Like,
There's like a lot of shit happening here. Hang
you're
on.
like, this student is definitely an A, not an A minus student.
Fuck, really? That's
Then
a
you just
challenge?
kind of, move some things around, give some buffer space. Because you know those fucking essays were arbitrary as hell.
Yeah, I'll say.
These are confessions that should probably not be televised.
Professionally irresponsible confessions?
Yes.
That should be an entirely... Like, that should be a genre of
I know-
YouTube
oh
video.
oh my god.
Oh, man. Oh, that was good.
So,
At least I'm not...
there's a
dead now
behind the
because-
scenes look at how your college classes were judged.
Not. Maybe it's easier if you were like a chemistry student like phosphatitis and
Here's another thing. Neat handwriting in blue books goes
it
a
matters.
long way.
It really does because
They make
it's,
all of a sudden you look really competent.
or just it's possible to read. So just imagine.
So you know what's going on in the essay.
Okay, here's something that's actually the case, I think. When I'm reading someone who has shitty handwriting in a blue book, and I'm reading them, I imagine the voice of the person speaking to me being jumbled, garbled, and drunk, and I cannot help it. It's like, well, you're like, you just skip words and shit that you can't read, and that's just what it sounds like in my brain.
Me too.
Like, Tuan never thought about these years. You never did the
I'm like,
comment
no!
all the time with Confucius and the Taoists every day.
And so
you're
what
like,
ends up happening is that it becomes really gendered. There becomes a gender bias because the girls all write
Yeah.
really nicely. And
yeah,
I'm
guys
sorry,
writing
people.
like universally fucking sucks.
Your-
This makes me very nervous
Your
here.
blue book exams, unless it's like a math class or something like that, like if you're writing an essay, you might want to think about cleaning up your handwriting.
Yeah.
Connor, for your future college career,
Connor, I assume you're the type who has bad handwriting.
you better clean it up because it matters.
It really does.
Your
Okay, we
grades might be determined
Really?
by, at least in blue books, how nicely you write. Always better to write a shorter essay that your TF can read than to write a longer essay that they have no idea what half of it
And
says.
all of it's really small writing, and it looks like you barely wrote anything at all.
Write in block letters.
Yeah, just type
Better-
it. Say you have some sort of physical problem that forces you to type it.
And in fact, they will like
Oh,
you.
that was potentially a mistake.
They will like you more if you keep it to 4 paragraphs or under. I would, no, 5 paragraphs maybe.
5 paragraphs or under?
5 nice, neat, written paragraphs are way better than 10 sloppy, I can't read what the fuck
Oh,
this
fuck,
is
fuck,
saying.
fuck. Where's Queen Bee?
Anyway, I'm sure everybody's bored of this topic.
There she is. We need that fucking... Oh, you fucker. Oh!
Oh my god.
Ah! Come on down! Motherfuckers! Get in that bomb! Oh!
Oh!
Ah!
Are you dead?
Yeah!
Oh!
And now I'm gonna get eaten by fish.
Oh, I love seeing
Yeah,
your body just like...
I know, and
hang
some of
there.
them, I'm crushing some of the fish with the weight of my body. They're getting really greedy.
Are you
Crush
gonna,
that
Are
frog.
you gonna try one more time or no? Because these no gold runs never work.
Yeah, we'll do one more. Fuck it.
Anyway, so sorry. Okay, that's not true. I do have a system this time, and it's actually
What's
very
not true?
That is completely completely arbitrary.
No, I mean, it's not like you don't develop a way of judging. But when I hear other TF's ways of judging, no matter who they are, I think that they're out of their fucking minds.
No, I've got one. I'm like, okay, an A's synthesis with a clear thesis. This is A minus is sloppy synthesis.
Yeah.
I'm like, B plus is application with clear thesis.
Oh, yeah.
B is application.
You're like, this thesis was in between being okay and terrible.
Well, I just know
so then you give it like a, yeah.
No, because it's a blue book. I just know some people just aren't gonna have theses. So I'm like, okay, well, C's, you're like, C plus is basically like strict regurgitation with a thesis, and a C is just sloppy regurgitation that's wrong.
See, I've gotten the sense that the kids whose work get C's, they know it's going to happen, which is why they spend so much time drawing Trogdor on the side.
Right.
I was like, wow, I thought that was really 2005.
Right, and then I just have points off for just like errors in the thinker's
It's like, that's not right. You just, people getting Kant and Jeremy Bentham mixed up. That's not good.
Right.
You're like, but they probably knew who they were talking about. They just wrote the wrong name here.
That actually has happened.
And you're like,
I'm like, this is perfect if you were to actually talk about the thinker that
you're supposed to.
And it becomes clear to you that they didn't actually they
thought you were referring to someone else.
They know the entire system of the thought. You know what I mean? But they just forgot who it belonged to.
Yeah. They like picked the wrong name.
This is especially true, I think, in my class, which is like all the names they end with z, which means master, and it's a different language. Like
this master, that master, so many masters.
I did see this where it's just like it's perfect except for the name.
Yeah.
And they kept.
It's like they got everything right except that they thought that Kant was Jesus. Which, it's not a common
That's kind of the equivalent. They're separated by like 2,000 years, whatever, you know.
Ooh, there's a crate up there. I'm gonna have to see what's in that baby.
I don't mean Kant and Jesus, I mean the thinkers I'm studying too.
Huh?
Anyway, oh my god.
Okay.
Obviously we know where our minds are right now.
Wow, I just jumped right in that goal.
So you're done.
Well,
might as well just kill yourself now.
Maybe I'll go for a regular run.
Maybe I want to play Half-Life 2.
Do you?
I don't know how many, what's left.
Every time you say you're going to want to do that, and then you're like, actually, I'd rather talk.
Well, sometimes we don't talk, we just work and then play video games, and then work and then play video games.
Sounds like a paradise.
But, you know, we do have things
to say to one another.
Sometimes.
Man, this floor is awesome.
Things about, you know, feelings, about dishes.
Hey!
About...
I just did the dishes last night.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, we're gonna suicide by...
Feelings about dishes. Feelings about... laundry needing to get done. What else do we have feelings about?
I don't have feelings about anything. Nothing like that. The snake. Suicide by snake. Arrow. Snake. Snake. Get me! Come on! I want it! Alright, we'll see you guys next time. That was depressing.
That was just a depressing video. All of it was just depressing.
It's like watching... It's just like watching something pathetic. It's like watching a fat man on a trampoline.
We didn't even tell any good stories. I'm just sorry. We're just sorry.
I'm not. I'm proud of who I am.
We're sorry.